Hello, friends. Today is the day we are going off, and we are going to go for a little walk. Where? I don't know, but probably to some of my favorite places. And I'm looking forward to sharing a little bit of my lovely city with you folks. So, thank you for joining us today, and let's get this walk going. Everything is very pretty. The snow came at like just the right time yesterday. And now here we are. Hi, Princess. Gosh, dang it. I was just about to talk to Nightbot to make sure that your name was okay in capitals. And I forgot to do it again. I will remember one day. Oh, geez. What's going on? Sorry, my gimbal's being extra buggy right now. Stay. There we go. If that happens again, I'll know that the thing is off kilter. But also, hello, Juanita. Good to have you folks today. Thanks for joining us. People are actually starting to put the Christmas decorations up now. I mean, we could always go and explore some of Cabbagetown, see what people have done so far with their decor. Cabbagetown's always an excellent place to visit. Certainly a lot more variety in terms of houses, but it all depends on whether people want houses or whether people want downtown. But both are equally interesting and both are equally great places to go. I will say it might look cold outside. That's fairly cold, but it's not crazy cold actually. It's actually quite nice. Not sun tanning by any means, but still quite nice. How often are we supposed to visit the dentist? Every 4 months. I've heard twice a year. I think that's what most people... Funny enough, we actually literally just passed my dentist, so that's a weird little bit of brain synchronization. But yeah. I think the official is twice a year, 6 months, go to the dentist. But I think it's flexible too. The one thing I will say is that if you're here, remember to floss. Because I frequently don't. There is nothing harder than teaching yourself to floss. It seems so easy, and it's good for you. And like, flossing is just one of those things that has no real downside, but it's still one of those things I always forget to do. Much like changing Princess's name in Nightbot. If I keep saying that, one day I shall remember. I do after every meal? Wow. That's legitimately impressive. Oh. I wonder if Johnny's live. I mean, it is a Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon? It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday fun day. Just kind of nice, because you can just kind of do what you want. We can go wherever we want. We can have fun. Me as well. You guys both floss after every meal? Well, I'm just wrong. Wow. I mean, good for you guys. That's great. You know what? We haven't explored a lot of the residential bubbles downtown. So I think I might do that today. I also didn't even put my mustache up today. Just like, you know what? It's fine. I was up very late. Which was also fun. And not gonna lie, a lot of fun. I had a great birthday party. I have great friends. Randy was there, Hunter was there. Other friends I have, Brooklyn, Joel. Some people couldn't make it, unfortunately, but... Do you love the song Wait For Me, My Love? I don't think I know it, actually. I made it a habit. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. it's, Wait for me. I know the song Wait for Me from Hadestown, but I don't think that's the one you're talking about. I will say, I'll be very happy. It's a really nice song. Oh, nice. I would love to hear it at some point. I will have to look it up. Yes, we are coming up to one of my favorite places in Toronto. I really love Allen Gardens. I think it's so beautiful what they did with it. And it's just so cozy and nice. It's a great thing it's raining here. Oh no. Well, hopefully the rain doesn't last for too long. Well, one fun thing is that we might actually be going someplace. So I will be going home for Christmas, but be there from the 21st through 26th. So you'll be able to have some pictures from, we'll have some videos from Ottawa. I'll go do some walking around the spaces that I go into. But we also have, it looks like after that I might be going to Washington, D.C. and going to Philadelphia for a couple days to see an old friend who invited me along. And yeah, I'm kind of seeing logistically if it'll work. And if it does, if there's anyone down there who would potentially want to go for walks or see how, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping. I think it'd be really nice to go down and see a bunch of this stuff. I'm a Philly native. Oh, no way. Well, I would love to see you while I'm there. If I get there. That would be fun. If I'm just walking down one day and you're just like, Matti. Yeah. Today I was just like, you know what? This walk's for me. I'm living in another state now. Oh, fair enough. How's your Sunday so far? Sunday is nice. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. It was a really good night, but also a little bit of a crazy night. So I'm glad I got some rest, but I definitely did not get a lot. Hey, Otterly. Good to see you, buddy. I always like to point out this church because they've actually just done a really nice job of it. It's a Baptist church, which is, divisive. But if you look at it, they actually have like the beautiful gargoyles on the cathedral. And I always thought that was so interesting because like in the charismatic movement, no one, like, these would be considered demonic creatures, right? So, if you look at them, like, they're actually quite well done. They're quite lovely. I've always liked gargoyles. Certainly not as common anymore. But I think the only two places I know that have them in downtown Toronto is here, and then Old City Hall. But so I think I'm gonna head down. I used to watch the cartoon gargoyles. The cartoon gargoyles was far better than it had any right to be. Even going back and watching that as an adult, I'm just like, this cartoon kinda slaps. It's really cool. It's really well done. The story's great. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Let's see. All right. I have a story about one of these houses up here. I'm gonna see if I can figure out which one it is. So, when I was moving out of my ex's place that we used to live in, uh, I remember I came over here. Oh, I wonder if this is just a little. There we go. Ah! Snap. There we go. But essentially, there was a lady, and she was. I came over to this space over here, and there was a 2-bedroom place, and it was fairly small, but it would have had like just enough space for me and my dog. And yeah, I just remember we were at that point, and I reached out to her, and I was all ready to take the apartment, and then she gave it to someone else. Just like, I was so close to getting out. But I did eventually find my place. And I didn't even stay there very long, to be fair. Because I went in, and then within a month of being there, I had met Joel. And then I just kind of stayed at Joel's. But now that feels more like home, which is always good. How long it took you to get over your ex? Oh, years, months. Well, here's the thing. I feel like while I was still in the marriage, I was already getting over them because they had treated me so badly, and they had put me through such a terrible time that even while I was in the relationship, I was trying to separate myself out of it. So I feel like by the time I left, I was already kind of over them. But I thought that we would still be friends. But that didn't happen. And I'm kind of glad it didn't happen because, had it happened like that, then I wouldn't have had any situation going through. But that music is really loud. But yeah, the relationship was definitely messy, which is absolutely crazy to think about. But yeah, there's nothing harder than taking your life back from someone. And now I kind of feel like with this whole walk tubing thing, I kind of feel like I'm doing that again, where there's a lot of things that are outside of my control. But now I have like a rooting system, I guess. And now I can actually kind of hunker down and do the things I need to do, be myself, and take risks and go places and walk around. And yeah. Did he ask you to come back? No, actually. Once we were done. And he did, for a while, try to use the dog as a manipulation tactic. So, days where I wasn't supposed to have the dog, he would be like, "Can you take the dog?" And I'd be like, "No, I have to work. I'm doing this. I can't take care of Raina today." And then he just kind of blew up because he's just like, "You're not respecting me. You're not doing this." And I'm just like, "We're not married anymore. I don't owe you anything." And he got really mad and then just kind of locked me out, and I haven't heard from him since. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's his loss. I'm just like, I think I'm fantastic. But no. And here's the thing. Even if he had asked me, I absolutely would not have. I'd made up my mind. And when you make up your mind like that, it can be really hard to change it, which is good. You should always stick to your guns on these sorts of things. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the chat. Hello, Eddie, my good friend. How are you doing, buddy? You are indeed. I don't think you both cross. I don't think if you both cross paths, you will feel uncomfortable. To be fair, I probably would be very uncomfortable, but not with the situation, just with who he is. You know, I don't think he would let me say hi to the dog, like stuff like that. But oh, excited for your streams, you rock. Thanks so much, buddy. It's really great having you. Looks rainy today. I wouldn't say it's rainy actually. It's quite clear. It's a little chilly for sure, but not terribly chilly. That's nice. It's actually got like a nice airiness to the day, I will say. You walked around Fillmore's. Did I? Was that the place on the other side? I can go check it out for you if you want. It's good to feel free and not bitter about the situation. We do grow to be better. Ah, yes, Fillmore's. Happy New Year. Merry XXXmas. Come hole party with our girls. Very nice, Fillmore's. Very nice. I mean, I don't really want to go down that way though. Only because, like, you know the area. Oh, I missed Eddie's comment. The way he communicates on cam is amazing. He has the best way to relate. Also, just an amazing person. And thank you so much, buddy. Also, welcome, Carlos. Good to have you in the chat today. Eddie, I love how active you are in the chat. It makes my job easier when I know what people are enjoying. And you're very good at staying on top of that. So, thanks for being here. You do a great job. And to be fair, we haven't really walked down Jarvis more. Oh, yes, I did. You've never been inside Fillmore's? I have never been inside Fillmore's. I also don't think I'm going to go to Fillmore's anytime soon. So, we'll see. We'll see. Eddie, you are awesome. I agree with Princess. Eddie is very great. I mean, y'all are great. You come by, you support me, you watch, you tune in, you make me laugh, have a good time. So I heard that the reason why all of the semi-glutide companies, I've heard the reason why they're promoting and advertising so aggressively right now is to try to get people on the name brand ones before the no-name ones come out next year. So yeah, if you're looking to go onto a semi-glutide injector, maybe just hold off till the new year because you might be able to get them much cheaper. Isn't that funny how that happens? Oh. It's interesting to come at these buildings from the other angle. I've come up a lot of times and got these buildings in the light, but yeah, coming at them from this angle, you can really appreciate more of the coppery undertone, like coppery tones that they've actually done as the layover in the windows up there. It's quite nice. I remember seeing it on the bottom, but the other way I wasn't really noticing it on the top, but this way it's much more visible, for sure. I was shocked when I saw you only had 636 subs. Wish I could help you. You should have like 100K. 636 is very good also. It is. I'm working my way up. Once I hit 1,000, I'm actually going to be in a very good place because it will allow me to, it will allow me to essentially be monetized fully and allow me to run ads through this, which is good. It means I can actually have a regular income from this, which is nice. Although YouTube only pays you once a month, which is something I'm just like, not crazy about that. But I could actually be like, this is what I want to do for a living. So I got to work hard, take things one step at a time, promote, and then hopefully, go further. And, you know, once I make those, here's the thing, the people I'm developing, like with these chats and with these online things, y'all help keep it going and you make it great. So the fact that I can get, like even today on a Sunday during the day, we've got about like 20 people with us today. And just like, it's not nothing. And it's really nice. Just be able to have that, community that we're building. So even though the growth is slow right now, and it'll take me quite a ways from here to get to that 1,000 people mark, once I do, I'm hoping it'll be a smooth and easy transition, and that I've brought all of my friends along with me, and that we can actively get out there and help and support each other. So, yeah, I find that very special. So I'm taking it one step at a time. I've told everyone that when I get 1,000 subscribers, I will get a tattoo, and I will get it on camera for people. So that will be our goal. I give the best squishy hugs, I'm not gonna lie. I've got a body for hugging. Hi Timmy, good to see you today. Welcome to the channel. I'm confident for you, man. Thank you, princess. I hope to validate your confidence. What tattoo are you getting? Okay, I thought about this for a couple of years, and this was actually going to be my third tattoo. But there was a movie called Meet the Robinsons. It was a Disney movie, and the whole plot of it is keep moving forward. And I feel like that's very much been a part of my life for a long time now. But now that I'm on this precipice, right, where I'm able to do these things and able to get things active and going, I can actually go in and be like, yeah, I am one foot in front of the other, keep moving forward. So I'm going to keep moving forward, and it's either going to be on my wrist, it's either going to be on my hand, which will be more painful, or it'll be on my forearm. But either way, I am excited to go for it. HXQI. Great, looking forward to it again. Thanks, man. I hope that you can come along for the ride. I like how I called today the hangover stream, and I just happened to be walking by Fran's today. And I'm just like, you know what? Fran's is great. What a great little diner it is. You never plan to go to Fran's, but like at some point in your life in Toronto, you will end up at Fran's. It's one of those Toronto inevitabilities. You got drunk. It was my birthday party. So like, I may have partaken in a small amount of drinky drinks. And we might have killed like 3 bottles, which was good. There was a lot of us there. We had a lot of fun. It was good. Do you always see snow generally all winter in Toronto? Just noticed there's always snow there in spots. Funny enough, the past couple of years we've got very little snow. So this year is by far the most snow that we've had in like decades. So it's cool on the one hand to see it, but just like it definitely feels like winter right away. Normally winter doesn't come so hard so fast, but yeah, here it does. This year it is being brutal. I had like 15 beers yesterday. Oh, that's expensive. Is it sad that that's where my mind goes? Just like, oh no, the cost. I just like, also, yeah, probably not great to have 15 beers in a night, but I'm also just like, oh my God, the money spent on beers, it's crazy. Okay, maybe 12. 15 beers is impossible. You know what? With enough faith and courage, you can achieve anything. Do you drink, Eddie?
You're on your way, but
Love beer a little bit, it's an acquired taste. Yeah? One thing I was thinking about doing is there's always that joke that people have where they're just like, oh, what if I spent 24 hours in a 24-hour diner? I'm just like, maybe I should do that. Just do like a 24-hour stream in a diner. We can actually just like talk and chat and do all that good stuff. Was Eddie and Sip there, Matti? No, Eddie and Sip couldn't make it, unfortunately. And a lot of my friends were actually sick yesterday, so unfortunately, several of them couldn't come out, but we'll see them again soon. You said my name like 5 times today. Aw, you're sweet, Eddie. Welcome to the family. Make sure you're actually in the Discord too, because like I'm trying to be more active on there, and when I remember what people want and need, it does help me out to be able to gauge things. So yeah, don't be afraid to hang out in there. Hello, Kevin. Kevin Parton 4125. What is my favorite beer? My favorite beer is probably Delirium. I recently tried Delirium Red and that was delicious. Or I like a nice hearty stout, which is really good. I pretty much like most beers. I'm not crazy about IPAs. I don't think those are the best. But I think that they, I do like something that can have like a nice balance, you know? My favorite beer is the one that gets me drunk fast. So you want the highest percentage then. There used to be a beer that was served at Snakes and Lattes called La Fin du Monde, so the end of the world translated. And it was a 9% beer. And it was delicious. Oh my God, guys, it was so good. Oh, I would seek those out again because they were exceptionally good. You guys have Corona. We do have Corona. Corona with a lime slice. Just like, what is it? Just like Fast and the Furious? Are they the ones with the Coronas? Another space where the Ontario line's coming in. But also, I just kind of like the statue. I like Coors Light. Ooh, tasty, tasty. Corona on a hot sunny day. Yeah, Corona on a beach. Ooh, that's so nice. That just sounds delightful and delicious. Oh, that would be perfect. Do lime drinks ever hurt your stomach? For me, has like minor pain, Smirnoff, but it goes away. It's good drinks, but the stomach pain. I can understand that. It can take a little while for people to kind of figure out your own like internal gut biome balance. So sometimes some beers set it off, sometimes some don't. Like recently, I've only recently discovered that like I'm not great at doing dairy. Dairy does not agree with me. But, you know, I don't need to do dairy every day. But look at this crowd. Look at everyone just standing outside. The black one, Eddie, is a creeper. No, I'm just gonna wait until everyone moves out of the way. Oh, I wonder if I wonder if the subways are still down. If so, it might not be a good idea to come down this area. But I do always like to present these ones. This is the Elgin and Winter Garden Theater. I know I've talked about this before. It's the only theater in the world that's actually like two theaters that are stacked on top of each other. So it's a double-decker theater. And I think they have a couple in London, but I'm pretty sure this is the only working one in North America. I think that was the method I said. But either way, if you get a chance to go in and see a show here, the theaters themselves are beautiful. Like, absolutely stunning theaters. I would have said, "Excuse me, please." I would say, if I was there, I'd just kick him out of the way. You know, but I try not to do that. I hear kicking people is wrong. I don't have any proof of this, but I hear kicking people is wrong. Drank that for my birthday. Ooh, delicious. You guys are so far advanced from USA. It looks beautiful. Why do you say that we're advanced? I'm actually curious if you're noticing anything like different or anything that's going on there. Firkin on Young. I love the Firkin pubs. I know that they're like, to be fair, they're kind of just fine, but they're delicious and they're lovely, and I don't know. I just feel like they're cozy. The building architect. Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of buildings here have very interesting architecture. Like even the Eaton Center. Even though it's just a mall, they've actually done like different storefront structures on each part of it to make it feel like it's not all just one giant space. But yeah. Actually, when did they get a Winners in there? I legitimately did not think there was a Winners in there. Something I've never noticed here. Colonial Tavern, 1947 to 87. A jazz play serves to commemorate the important contribution to Colonial Tavern made to the cultural life of Toronto, the North American jazz scene. It is so interesting that like Toronto has such a jazz history, and like I don't think I've given it a second thought. But it's like you have Dizzy Gillespie on here, Dave McKenna. Look at all these names. Huh. Very cool. I can say I did that on purpose, but it's an honor to meet you always. I appreciate that, buddy. It's good to have you here. It's a known act. People in Canada are so nice. They are nice. Act, I mean fact. It's fair enough. I feel like Canadians are fairly polite, but we can also be very direct. Actually, no, that's not true. Very few Canadians are actually direct, but every now and then you get one you're just like, oh, hi, wow, woo, okay, weird. My friends in Canada are nice. I think I'm okay. Nah, I want people to meet me and be like, oh my god, he was such a jerk in person. Nice people is best. Kindness matters. Kindness does. And there's also never been a more important time than now to just be kind and to just be a good person to people. So just be a good person. Sorry if I'm talking too much. Never be sorry for talking too much. That is literally my job right now. Yeah, where are you located, Eddie? I'm guessing somewhere in the States. So yeah, something sweet is coming in 8 days. All right, I'm curious to know what they're doing with this. Hello, Sam. Good to see you today, buddy. About 200 miles, maybe 300 in the States. Honored to be here. Oh, fair enough. How long has the stream been running for? About a half hour. Not crazy long, but we're here now. By the way, Eddie told me that there was a way that I could make it so that the videos can be paused and rewound. So you should be able to do that now. Let me know if you can, and I can make sure that those are turned on for future streams as well. If you like that, of course. Something nice will happen today. Oh, I hope so. It seems like a nice day today. Just a nice day to walk around. Have a little bit of fun, be a little lazy. But also, this is probably the only walking I will be doing today. From here, I will go home. I will sleep forever. Just gonna have like a nice lazy day. Because lazy days make the best days. If you can have a good lazy day, it'll be perfect. Wales is a friendly place to visit. I'd love to go to Wales. Actually, I don't want to go to UK. A lot of places I really want to go, actually. But, I guess I can talk about this. So my friend had a ticket that I could have gotten to go on a cruise around South America to Antarctica and then over to New Zealand and Australia. And it would have cost me, the tickets themselves on the ships normally go for like $1,600, and I would have only had to pay about like $3,000 or $4,000 because I would have had to get like inoculations, visas, all that stuff. So, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it because the price is too steep. And I'm just like, even though it would be like a fraction of a fraction what it could have been, I'm still just like, oh, I would love to, I would love to go on that. Like, imagine going to, oh, protest going on here. I see the Taiwan flag, so I'm guessing it's something to do against China. But let's see. Huh. YouTube modifications messed up the stream timers. Some viewers and other things have messed up. Huh. But yeah, it was the whole idea of can I justify this? Can I do like a 60-day cruise and just, God, it would be so amazing. But I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, which is just so frustrating. But let's see if I can hop up here and we can see what's going on with the protest. All right. Peaceful protest. Huh. I see the Taiwanese flag, so I'm guessing it's something with that. Freedom for East. Oh. Mostly peaceful. Yeah? Like, to be fair, seems like a fairly chill protest. Not entirely sure what it's for, though, but I'm sure that I'm sure they've got the clearances and done all the stuff. I'm taking our quick peek over. Well, I will say protests are important. Can't zoom in clearly enough as the stream is in 720p. I know. One day I'll be able to upgrade it to like a significant quality every single time. But unfortunately, just not quite there yet. Mostly just because of my data plan. Like, my data plan makes it so that I can't actually do like a lot of that, but yeah. They got the FIFA thing over there. Oh, we got the Zamboni going. People are going to be good place to come skating if you like. Definitely not 4K. No, it's definitely not 4K, I'm afraid. But one day, we'll get there. We'll get there. Ugh. They got the beautiful tree over here. Well, to be fair, is it a beautiful tree? Yeah, it's an okay tree. But that's the thing. This technology isn't going to get worse. So this is like the worst quality my streams will ever be. But I still think it's like fairly good quality. And as long as it's a good option, we're able to share it, because sharing is caring. Nikon do a 4K action camera relatively cheap. Good to know. Do love pointing out the Henry Moore sculpture. Oh, sorry, I don't have anything. I always feel bad when I don't have change. I also just don't know anyone who like has change on them anymore. Cash is weird. Cash is a weird thing. Always good to hear from a good person. Wish you the best. Always be warm. Catch your stream tomorrow. All right, we'll see you soon, Eddie. Thanks for stopping by today. Oh, the lion and the lamb. Supposed to recognize an equal balance of power between people and, well, I guess royalty technically, but just between people. Cash is weird. It's a weird. You're right, it is a weird. But sometimes it's just what it is. That being said, I know a lot of people are actually switching back to like trying to just use exclusively cash instead of their card. And I just like, to be fair, it's a good way to do it. Every individual is equal before and under the law and has the right to equal protection and equal benefit of the law without discrimination. Dang straight. I remember I was talking to someone about this when I was I ended up in Calgary, right, for Fringe. And there was just this random guy there. He made the most beautiful sculpture out of utensils. But it was like a hawk, and he made it out of like old nye. It was really cool. He showed it to me. But he was just like, yeah, he's essentially gone entirely cash again. And just like, it's so weird how we've kind of gone around. And now we're all the way back on the other side of being like, you know what's great? Cash. Just use cash. Just like, oh, huh. Did you check that Marmite versus Vegemite information on Discord? I did. I feel like I understand it fairly well now. But also, as someone who has never tried either, I guess I just have some work to do. Need to find someone who has Marmite and or Vegemite, and then go from there. Cash is easier to do things, no paper trail. That's another part of it too. I do wonder if that's like a part of, I don't want to say anti-surveillance culture, but like, kind of. I don't know, for someone who uses technology for streaming purposes, so technology is my career. Um, yeah, I frequently just don't have a lot of technology. But if I could get away with not having to use technology, I would absolutely get away with not having to use technology. But I do get to take people on walks, and I get to take people on tours, which is fun. I like the experience. It's always nice to be able to share my city with people. Especially just on days like today, where it's just nice and gentle. It's not too cold. But oh. Government cannot keep track of your purchases. That upsets them. That's kind of a part of it too. Where I'm just like, I know that I always know that the government has some kind of tabs on you, which is why, like, here's the thing. Texting is by many metrics so much easier for the government to like track and stuff. But at the same time, texting is so easy, everyone just does it. But there was a certain kind of security in like having things just be voice called, because they would have to either like record the conversation, which was hard to do. Not impossible, but definitely trickier. But yeah, with the advent of texting, they could just go on your phone and figure everything out. Now, is that great? I don't know. But it's what they can do. And again, not saying I'm going to go tinfoil hat, but, you know, still interesting to think about how our markets have changed and how we've adapted to a certain level, like giving away a certain level of privacy. And a big part of that's also social media. But credit is good in emergency only. I agree. Although I am contemplating, I think I'm definitely going to do this trip down south to America. Because I'm just like, that's doable. I'm not, I feel like it would be a really good trip. I feel like I'd have fun. My lodging and my food are taken care of. I would only have to pay like $300 for the tickets, like for the plane tickets back and forth. And just like, that makes sense. That would actually be really nice. But, you know, this is what we do. It's what we do. Is that to see your nephew? Nope. Well, I'll be going home to Ottawa to see my sister and her sons. So I'll get to see them on Christmas Day at least. But yeah, the trip to the States would just be, my friend literally invited me. He's just like, come down. And I'm just like, you know what? I actually could. But I know there's a lot of stigma about going to the States right now, especially going to Washington, D.C. But I'm just like, I kind of feel like I'm like, I'd be curious to go. I'd be curious to go and see it, and come back and see where we end up. But I will say, Washington, D.C., the mall, the National Mall, is actually really cool. And like, you can walk by and see all the old statues and all the old plazas and everything. So Washington, D.C. is actually a fascinating place to see. But hi, all these restaurants are making me hungry again. Do you have any kids? I don't have kids. I've thought about this. I'm just like, I would love to have kids, but I just don't see myself as being able to have them in any way, shape, or form. So certainly no time soon. But most of the time, whenever you travel to the States, things are not really as bad as the media has said. I doubt real truth. And you have much more fun when you're not to the truth. U.S. viewers for they check all electronics and do fingerprints and facial scans. The latest information isn't much better. Yeah, I know the States is doing a lot of weird things. But also, like, if I go there and I do walk tubing, is that considered like a job? So would I be there doing? Because that's something they can block you from coming in on. But Washington D.C. is great. The museums are amazing too. Smithsonian's. Yeah, I did love the museums, and like that's one thing I would love to go in and like show people around, and like let's go to the places that I'm not going to get to see very often. But like I also love Philadelphia, and I would get to see some of my best friends who I haven't seen in like, gosh, it's been over a year again already. But just, the question is just like, do I feel comfortable going to the States? I'm just like, you know what? I'm not uncomfortable when going to the States. It's just the money. It's just always the money. But this would definitely be a business expense, so maybe it balances out. And I am happy that I do want to try to like do at least 2 or 3 walks a month in places that aren't Toronto. Because as much as I love Toronto, I love my city. I love getting to show you folks the city. I just want to make sure that like, I'm still leaving myself room for adventure. And I can go see places and do things, and I want to make sure I'm having a good time still. So, one of my favorite things is travel, and I don't do enough of it. Philly Liberty Bell and the Rocky Steps. Yep. Cherry blossom season in early spring is amazing in Washington, D.C. Oh, that would be beautiful. I definitely couldn't go to the States at the moment. It really, like, it's to me, it's weird, right? Like, to have all these thoughts being like, I would love to go to the States, but, and then just having that hang there. But, I don't know. I mean, I could theoretically do other cities that I've never been to. Like, New York would be cool. But, there are a few Canadian YouTubers talking about American license plate scans throughout America for Canadian visitors. Huh. I wonder what those would be for. Like, is it to try to track how many Canadians are there? Or, like, if we're invading? I don't know. It'd be 4 days with a friend who I haven't actually spent any time with in like a decade. But getting to go down and see them, it'd be really cool. I could potentially do walk with someone else, or I could potentially do walks with friends, but no pressure to, obviously. But to keep tabs on Canadian citizens. I mean, to be fair, you're not wrong. I don't know, it's weird to not have any plans right now to go anywhere. The only plan I have next year right now is I will go to Edmonton as a part of their Fringe Festival. I'm very excited to be a part of that Fringe Festival. I am ready. I am eager to go. And we'll see where it goes from there. But like next year, Fringe season, I'm really looking forward to it. A, it means winter's over, but B, my show's going to be so cool. Huh. I've actually never noticed this gallery before, but I love those statues out front. Very cool. And even just the ones that you can see on the inside. New York City is only 12 hours away by a train or a bus. See, you think that, and then you find out it's actually like, you ride the bus, and it's just like, 18 hours later, you get there. I speak from experience. I took the bus to New York once, and it was, oh God, it was awful. But I'm just like, $115 for an hour and a half flight down, hour and a half flight back. It's doable. That's pretty good. So I think I'm going to do it. And then I'll figure out if will he be in Toronto for the World Cup in 2026? Maybe. I don't know yet. I feel like probably, but I might be doing a Fringe Festival tour. And if I get a Fringe tour, then obviously that takes priority over everything. So yeah, that's where we go from here. I also found out that my friend Diane got the calf. So 2 years in a row, it's gone to a friend of mine from Florida has got the calf. And what the calf is, it means they get like their choice of the Fringe festivals. They can kind of choose which ones they want to go to. But she got the calf this year, so she's planned her trip. And I am so excited to see her shows again, because she is possibly the funniest human in the world. And just like, you get me and her on a stream together, it would be so funny. So funny. Oh, she's great. She's just great. But yeah, if you're in Orlando and can get a chance to go see her show, she's doing something about a fortune teller. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a famous Mexican fortune teller. Mercado? I think it is something like that. I'll hop down here. But yeah, if she gets the calf, I kind of told her, just like, I can be like your stage manager. I can come with you. I am a Canadian citizen. I would love to come with you. But it's like a kid's play palace in like the middle of this. It is actually a really interesting building. Highly reflective. And then, of course, a Tim Hortons. I'm also wondering if like the trips would actually help me supercharge the content that I'm able to make, but also to potentially supercharge the sub counter. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll make something like the 12 days of subs miss. Do something special every day. But I don't know what I'd do. Got the clap. Got the clap. Not quite. That can mean many things. So. Man. I forget how easily I can just walk around the city. But I'm just like, I'm already back at college. Just like, just kind of zoned out and talked for a minute. And now we're in a completely different place, which is great. I do like to point this one out. We've never really explored a lot of the monuments before. I don't know if this is Great War or World War II, but curious to know. Oh, it's my friend Paul. Paul, Seth. How you boys doing? How are you? Don't worry, you're not on camera.
Oh,
What?
are you filming right now?
Yeah, just doing a stream.
Oh, okay. Well, let's say a quick hello then.
Thanks. Good to see you boys.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you, man. Oh, good to see you, babe.
We decided to get out and get some vitamin D.
As you do, as you do.
'Cause
Yeah.
We're like, oh, there's not much of that during the winter with these overcast days. Even then, we're getting limited amounts, but we should get
Right.
some of it. So
Okay.
we'll let you continue with your stream.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's
Right.
good to see you, boys.
Okay,
It's
see
good. Nice to run into them. Got the Mark. Yes, very, very friendly. Also, hello, Mark. Good to see you today. Oh, they're a lovely couple. Paul's actually probably one of the sweetest people I've ever met. Just super lovely, super nice. And Seth is just a really good mind for music. And we connected, we talked about Lorene, and just like, yeah, we could be friends. So, they're very, very nice new additions into my life. One day maybe I'll get them on a walk together.
Great. I know.
I mean, that would be fun. I could kind of do like a couple's walk. I said something earlier. Well, that's fair. Still good to see you. As I said, today is the hangover stream. So I'm just like, we're good. We're fine. I'm just walking. I'm talking. I'm staying upright. That's the key. That's the key. I have noticed one thing though, is I didn't realize how much I repeat things. Where I will say something and then instinctually my instinct is to say it again. So I don't know what that's from. I'm wondering if that might be another ADHD trait. But man, it's kind of fascinating when you actually discover parts about your brain that make you unique, yes, but also like are enough of a commonality in those people. So things like rejection sensitivity, rejection sensitivity is a huge one, and then pathological demand avoidance, and like all these things that are just like so together and active, and just enough people develop these skills. But is it a case of like you have this, so this is how you behave in certain ways, or is it a case of like you behave in certain ways and as such enough people do it that it becomes a pattern? I don't know. What is this brick building? This one over here is Canadian Blood Services. Beautiful building. I still have my own personal beef with them because I think it's a good majority of the people can't give blood, but then they're always asking for blood drives, and just like there's a whole section of people like, you test the blood now. You know, things like that. But I will say, the structure on it is great. And above there, like above the atrium, you will see a beautiful relief there they actually have. But it's Victoria Hospital for Sick Children. So that would have been like the first sick children hospital, because the original hospital was there. So that science building used to be the hospital. And then this over here would have been the children's hospital. So, yeah, you can sell plasma. You know, I actually might. Let's be fair. If you do travel to the US, you might want to secretly store an AirTag on your person and get someone you know still in Canada to keep track until you get back in Canada. I mean, I feel like that's a little paranoid. But also, I'm just like, well, you know what? It can't hurt. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head back home. What a nice day. You know what? I might actually walk up a little more. Let's go up Bay Street. You're doing great for a hangover. Well, to be fair, I didn't drink like Actually, that's a lie. I did drink a lot last night, and there was party favors. It was a thing. Had a lot of fun. Last night was a lot of fun, and I have great people in my life, and they came out. And even the ones who couldn't come out, still great friends. But yeah, definitely at a certain point, I'm just like, I am very tired. But we killed like quite a few bottles. I'm just sleepy. Aw. That's a siren. Drink a shot every time he says to be fair. Oh no, is that another one of mine? Fair enough. Fair enough. Just thinking of good sir. There have been reports of people visiting the US being detained and sent to the notorious Mexican jail. I mean, at that point, who would know where I was? Because like, if I had an air tag on me, I'm trying to think how that would work. Then just like, they would know where I am, but I don't think they could do anything about it. Maybe they could? I don't know. So that's the sleep country where, when I moved out, that was the sleep country where I got my mattress. And me and my friend Dennis had to carry that mattress all the way home. And I was just like, oh, it was like maybe a 20-minute walk with just this giant mattress box between us. Hello, Moon Gypsy. Hello there, Maddie and all. Just tuning in. Hope everyone is doing well. We are doing quite well. I am moving, which is better than I thought I could do today. So that's great. It's Alexa, by the way. Oh, okay. Well, good to see you, Alexa. Always a delight to have you around. Ooh, it got real windy, but just right here. Let's head over to Young. Young is less windy. I wonder if you can get Alexa to play Alexa's music. It's like, Alexa, play Alexa. That must be a thing that people do all the time. Alexa, lamp on. Did you play Spin the Bottle? I did. I used to love playing Spin the Bottle. Now, not so nice because, like, you know, cold sores and stuff. But I'm just like, back in the day, who didn't love Spin the Bottle? Oh. What you doing there? What you doing? There it goes. Not quite sure what that dongle was, but there we are. Oh, did we play Spin the Bottle at the party? No, we did not. Did not play Spin the Bottle. I mean, we played Drink the Bottle. I find as an adult, that's a much easier game to play. And to be fair, we were very good at that game. I think we had like 3 bottles. It was like, yeah, we drank a lot. Oh, I think it's fixed now, my name. Checking out. You did. It's all changed. It's all good. Either way, we're still good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. Nice casual Sunday. I have a battery power bank grip for my GoPro. I do as well, actually. Actually, as soon as you mentioned that, my gimbal gave me the red light. So I'm just like, oh, I should probably plug that in now instead of just charging the phone. But yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think I'm leaning towards the trip because it's good to go places. I'll be right back from Ottawa and then just immediately somewhere else, which is nice. So also just a good time to be out and about, having a laugh. But I will say the radical, what are you doing, buddy? Literally like right in the middle. Turkey. My mother-in-law has to hide the Alexa in the room because every time she says my name, it activates. That's great. Oh, look at the puppy. That is a cute puppy. I do like to point out some of the buildings on Yonge Street because, like, it's one of the few areas that still has a lot of original character to it. And just like, even if they make the buildings condos, I hope they still keep this feel. I know they don't always, but like, I just think it's a good area, right? A lot of things to see, and the old buildings have a certain amount of character to them, which I think is nice.
Wait. I called you ready. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hi, Bull. You know what? I'm gonna go. Ramen? I don't know. Probably. That would make sense. I just like the name. Hi, Bull. It's like, hello? I had sweet and sour chicken and egg fried rice earlier. That sounds delicious, Sam. Oh, I will say last night I did my birthday was a potluck, right? So I did a hearts of palm and artichoke salad my mom made for us years ago. And it's so good. Oh, I love that one so much. I feel like if I had a cucumber, it'd be even better. But it's like hearts of palm, celery, artichokes, and like other things. It's very, very tasty. Oh, and parsley and vinegar, and that's it. That's the salad. Salt and pepper to taste. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go down the street and I am going to go to Unholy Donuts because I want to buy a donut that could also be used as a down payment on a house. So I'm gonna go do that. Their donuts are like $6-7, but they're massive and they're like decadent to the extreme. So we'll see what they have. I mean, who doesn't love a good donut on a Sunday? Oh, they got the flags up there. I believe that's ACE. So an ACE flag, Progress Pride flag, and a trans flag. Is the purple ACE or is the purple non? I think the purple's non. I think that one's actually non-binary. One of those two. It's one of those two. I used to know so many more of the flags. But that was back when I was working at a queer store, actually with Randy, where he works now. So out on the street, lovely little store. Is that another copy of Voodoo Donuts? I don't think so. But it took 30 minutes in the oven to cook. Oh, it sounds so good. I might actually, oh man, you know what I want now? I want to go home and make my Jamaican patties. Ooh, those are so tasty in the oven. Oh, they come out so nice. Ooh. But here's Ogredis. Man, I used to like O'Grady's, but now it's just overpriced. And like their beers are so small. For the amount you're paying, it's definitely not worth it. Take care, guys. Much love. Thanks again, Matti. Heading out has fun as always. Thanks for stopping by, Princess. It was wonderful to have you.
Do you have any plans this evening?
No, to just like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it might be just a quick walk today. I might come out and do another one later. But in the meantime, thank you for joining us. It was good to see you. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. And I look forward to seeing y'all very, very soon. Bye.